To reflect on his glorious career and to find out more about his eventful life over the past 30 years, Transworld Sport travelled stateside to meet up with Vidmar. Now 53, he lives in San Clemente, Southern California with his wife Donna. Peter took up gymnastics at the age of 11 and proved a natural at the sport, winning countless junior competitions. He made the national squad as a teenager and helped the US team win bronze at the 1979 World Championships. Whilst attending UCLA, Peter won 5 NCAA titles and was a 19-time All-American.
I feel like I was willing to do the things that other athletes weren't willing to do when it came to training. I tried not to ever compromise my training. I had a plan. I would sit down with my coach 6 weeks before a competition. I mapped out a plan. I had every day mapped out, and I stuck to that plan. If I was having a bad day, if I wasn't injured, I stuck to the plan no matter how badly I felt. And as a result, I felt like I paid the price. And so as a result, I earned the confidence going into competition. I earned the right to be confident in competition.
The 1984 LA Olympics were Peter's last competition. He subsequently retired from the sport aged 23. Post-Olympics, and with a family to support, he quickly realized that he needed to enter the world of paid employment. Being an Olympic champion helped open the door to some public speaking engagements. His first one was with the company that his father worked for.
The theme of that meeting for that company was on creativity, innovation. So I talked about innovation and creativity in gymnastics, how we create in my sport. And the presentation went well enough that they asked me back for another meeting, and the company putting on the event asked me to speak to one of their other clients. Next thing you know, I'm getting asked to speak at meetings for companies all over the United States. I thought, well, maybe I can do this for a few months and save some money for graduate school. My wife and I are getting settled. We're going to have a baby soon, and so I thought, well, you know, maybe I can do this for a while. And next thing you know, I get busier and busier and busier, and I've spent the last almost 30 years speaking to corporate audiences throughout the world. And it's been a great joy to use my sport to make a living. It's just wonderful.
There he is.
How are you?
Good to see you, Peter. Great to be here. How's Donna?
She's fantastic.
Good.
Awesome.
We're doing well. Life is great up in Pasadena, and life is great down here in San Clemente.
Peter is currently one of the top 10 corporate speakers in America. When he was first getting involved with the world of public speaking, he took advice from fellow US Olympic champion John Neighbor. The two men remain close friends to this day. Former swimmer John was the most decorated athlete at the 1976 Montreal Olympics, winning 4 golds and 1 silver.
I met Peter through the Olympic family. I was on the board of the 1984 organizing committee and was a fan of the Olympics, wanted to watch and learn all about it. And Peter's wife and my agent's wife worked together in the broadcasting, filming of the official film of the games. And so we had that connection. And then when I found out he wanted to become a motivational speaker, we were introduced and met face to face, and we developed a friendship because we share a very unique background. There are really not that many Olympic champions who in the 80s were making a career out of motivational speaking. And so we've been running parallel lives ever since.
The two men are leading figures in America's Olympic movement. John is president of the United States Olympic Alumni Association, whilst over the years Peter has had various roles within the US Olympic Committee, most notably serving on the executive board of the organization. Peter has had the privilege of attending numerous Olympic Games in an official capacity and has looked on with pride as successive generations of American athletes have emulated his achievements.
We're just very fortunate right now. We're at a place in our sports history in this country that we're really doing very, very well. And I'm just loving every bit of seeing our young athletes reach their dreams and goals, and in many cases to go beyond anything that I've ever done in the sport. And that's my dream, is to see athletes have dreams that exceed my dreams.
Vidmar's passion for sport knows no bounds. In a country that faces widespread obesity levels, he's worked tirelessly to promote an active lifestyle, particularly amongst school children. After retiring from gymnastics, President George H. Bush asked Peter to work with Arnold Schwarzenegger as part of a task force looking into the issue of physical fitness amongst America's youth. Today, Peter continues to visit schools along with other Olympians in an effort to motivate youngsters to take up sports.
Kids aren't as active as they used to be. We need to get them off the chair and off the couch and exercising. And so we try to really instill a desire for young people to make it a habit to exercise. And we're getting good results. In the schools where we have Olympians, we're getting very good results, and we're very proud of those results. So who's your favorite gymnast? Do you have one?
Along with his variety of roles, Peter remains actively involved with his sport.
Edward should be your favorite, absolutely. He was amazing. I think
He's the current chairman of USA Gymnastics. Transworld Sport accompanied him on a visit to a Southern Californian gym in nearby Orange County.
You can, just by working hard every day, you learn new skills, and it's really exciting to learn new things, isn't it? I started when I was 11, so you guys are starting before me. I was 11, didn't have a chance to do it until I was 11. And then exercises sometimes? Okay, this is an example of what takes place all over the United States every night. You go on a weeknight and you'll see just many, many, many young boys and girls converging on a gym like this to learn gymnastics, and it happens all over the country. And this is one of the reasons why we're able to have the success that we do. A lot of great coaches, dedicated coaches, and gyms that just produce many, many good young athletes. It's really exciting.
As an athlete, Peter combined a natural talent with a formidable work ethic. His 3 medals at the 1984 Olympics were the crowning glory of his career. Since then, he's dedicated his life to the Olympic movement and to inspiring subsequent generations.
The skill level that these young people are performing at is so much higher than when I was their age. It's astounding what these young athletes can do. But what is the same, what doesn't change, is the fire you see in their eyes and their hearts to really reach their goals. And I can hopefully help them to kind of maybe think the way that I thought, to plan and prepare the way that I did, at least emotionally and mentally, to help them be at their very best when it matters most to them.
Peter Vidmar, Olympic great.